Hello Epic 7 newbies, this is Suspect Amy, and I'm here to do a quick video about whether or not it's possible for a newish free-to-play account to climb to Master's rank in RTA and get that sweet Spirit Eye Celine skin. At the end of the video, I rant about what I think the two biggest issues are for new player accounts. First, let's talk about what I'm dealing with here. I made this account on the exact day that last season's RTA ended, so it's about 3 to 4 months old at this point. I named the account Sleepy Mira because my niece would not stop with the K-pop Demon Hunter stuff, and there was this funny scene where Mira goes to the Met Gala wearing a sleeping bag. So Sleepy Mira it is. As many of you may know, I only build waifus on my main account, but with this free-to-play account, I didn't put any limitations on who I could build. I got extremely lucky on a few things during that time period. One is that the Epic Dash event was winding down, so I was able to spend Sky Stones like crazy to buy ranks and clear all of those rewards. If you're unfamiliar with the Epic Dash event, it's something the game does for a couple of months every summer to give new players a significant leg up. This got me amazing PvP heroes like Mort, Genua, Lidica, Rowana, Celine, and Yulha. Next, some really strong banners dropped like Frieren, Soakflan, and Setsuka. I got crazy lucky on Lady of the Scales banner, getting her with only a few pulls. I got Arby and DDR from the 2 Moonlight Blessings that every new player gets. I was able to land Harsetti from the Cake Celebration boss selector, as well as Mere Witch from a random lucky summon. Then the game handed out a discounted Mystic Selector summons, where I was able to get boss Arunka. I tried my best to get Bystander Hwayung as well on that banner, but my luck finally ran out. Looking at this hero list, you would assume that I have an amazing account for PvP and I should be able to just stomp the lower ranks, but you'd be completely wrong. Here's the list of the top 50 heroes for climbing RTA from my last video, and I'll outline the heroes I have built in green. Before discussing the major gaps in my roster, one other thing I should include are these heroes right here. There's something called the Hero Support System, and these are decently geared heroes that you can use in RTA for free at lower ranks. Sadly, only 2 of these heroes make it into the top 50. I'll color them in blue. Now if you look at S tier, I'm doing very well. I have 3 of the top 4 heroes in the entire game. I don't have any answers to Rinox, so she's an absolute must-ban in every one of my games. The fastest unit I own is Lidica at 284. There's a huge drop-off after this, where Mere Witch is only 257. They do give you Assassin Sid as a support hero at 295, but I think even silver-level Rinox will outspeed him. Cleave is so strong that you have to draft at least 3 anti-cleave units for a chance to survive, so I'm very exposed here. The second playstyle I'm extremely weak against is the Revive meta. I have 0 extinction units or units that prevent revive, so Ross is immediately my second pre-ban. And lastly, the third playstyle that absolutely wrecks me is Control. Not counting Lady of the Scales, who's almost never available, I have only 2 cleansers, Lilius and Destina, and both of these are from the hero support pool. With this many weaknesses, how did I do? I told myself I'd play for an hour, see how things go. If it looks like there's a realistic chance I can climb, then I'll stick with it. If the climb looks like it will be 5 hours of self-torture, then I'll bail. I played 15 matches and won 7 of them for a 46% win rate. I was placed in silver. Honestly, I think the climb is doable if I put in quite a bit of time, but these matches are just not fun. Most of the time, I can instantly know that I'll lose based on the draft, especially against the playstyles I mentioned above. Looking back at my matches, whichever team drafted Lady of the Scales and put her on the field won the match. The fact that she has an insane 70% win rate in Masters is ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen a hero with a win rate like this in the past. The strategy I went for is Frieren into Setsuka. This got me the most wins, and primarily from bad drafting on my opponent's part. If they're dumb enough to draft a single counter to Frieren and then I ban it, she will absolutely feast. Setsuka is such a crazy unit. I always try to get her because she can just RNG wins for me. Like this example, the guy tries to take her out and misses 3 times, and then just surrenders. If I'm lucky enough to get Lady, then Yulha is my go-to offering unit. The EE she has that resets her S3 whenever she kills is so overpowered. In all of my drafts, I try to scoop up Harsetti as a late pick, in order to bring everyone's speed down to my level. One common theme I found out is that if they ban Protected Luna, it was an instant loss for me. I just can't stop this unit, and I have her ranked B on my tier list, which seems to be a big oversight. So, needless to say, I gave up after playing 5 games into Silver. This was going to be too much of a slog. I have very good RTA units, but I had too many weaknesses to make a decent climb. My one recommendation for Smilegate is that these support heroes. I wish they were mostly like really low-tier counter picks instead of what they give you. Every new account will have some damage-dealing heroes already, because they need them for PvE, so adding someone like Landy here makes 0 sense. I think Laika and Tenebria here with slow, bulky builds are also not very useful. I'm not asking for crazy high-end units or anything. Replacing these 3 with, for example, Sinful Angelica, Crimson Armin, and Elena would go a really long way to allowing a new player to survive RTA a bit better. I did use Remnant Violet a few times alongside Frieren and Setsuka. He did okay, but a 4-star hero like New Kid Aiden, who procs additional damage, would be significantly better here. To close things up, let me complain about 2 things when it comes to new accounts. These 2 things caught me completely off guard as a veteran player. I had 0 clue about these issues with new accounts. I never hear anyone complain about them, so I was shocked when I experienced these problems. I hope Smilegate is taking some notes. By far, the biggest issue for new accounts are not molas or charms or good gear or even getting heroes. It's these stupid things right here. These are ridiculously hard to come by. We recently had a buffed weekend, so I spent that entire weekend farming catalysts, and I only got enough to max awaken and skill up 1.5 heroes. Farming these is such a huge pain because completing episode runs on repeat takes literally forever. I think it takes me 8 hours to burn 20 leaves or something, and the payout is hot garbage. On my main account, I'm swimming in these. I swear I have thousands of them just sitting there waiting for heroes to use them on. But for new accounts, there is a very, very broken economy around catalysts. In the recent survey, they asked what things they could improve about the game, and one item was more ways to obtain catalysts. This would be so huge. My second issue is how garbage specialty change units are, compared to what it takes to acquire and level them up. These units need an across-the-board stat bump to make them even remotely worth the effort. For example, here's Tristan Wolf on one of his recent Constellation guides.
Everybody's got Mascot Hazel, and if you don't have Mascot Hazel, go get Mascot Hazel. Her specialty change takes like 15 minutes. It's not a big deal. Just go do it. People are like, well, what's a replacement for Mascot Hazel? Like, come on. Come on. Really? Really?
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. For a new player, let's say it takes me a week to get the specialty change quest done for Hazel. It took me an absolute crap ton of energy and almost 2 more weeks of hard farming to get enough catalysts and runes to awaken her, max out her skills, and level up her special skill tree. What an absolute waste of 3 weeks for such a mediocre character. Outside of a Miki, there is 0 scenario where it's worth your time to specialty change a 3-star hero over leveling up a 4 or 5-star hero who has a similar kit. 3-star heroes don't cost molas to level, but the fact that they cost catalysts is crazy to me, considering how garbage these units are. I always thought specialty change heroes were meant specifically for new players to gain useful units for PvE. This isn't the case at all. These are very much a collector's item for veteran accounts. Anyways, sorry to rant. I hope if you're a new player, this video gives you some ideas on what strategies you can use to climb RTA. That's all I have today. Thanks for watching my video. Bye everyone.